Hi guys, I'm here to do Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. I'm sorry I'm late, I've been really busy, but I'm here now. I'd like to thank all my subscribers and specifically my loyal subscribers. So, okay. So here, this is supposed to be a Celtic spread, but as you can see, the cards go wherever they may. I didn't quite finish doing the spread because it took up the whole table, the whole board. The zodiac signs here that I see are most prevalent: Aries, Gemini, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, of course, is your reading, Venus in Cancer, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Taurus. Did I say Pisces already? Yeah, and every other sign here. Okay, but those are the most prevalent that I see here. Okay, so the general reading here is, the general energy, I should say, is Seven of Cups. This energy now is ungrounded, okay? What does that mean? Because I keep getting in the Urban Dictionary, it's a phrase like people say, you be doing too much, or he's doing too much. Okay, it's like a person who's doing a lot of things, who has all these fires in the oven, and who has so many pots to stir. And so their energies are scattered. So it could be like demands at work, demands in relationship. And so with scattered energy makes this person confused. And so it's like they're playing Russian roulette. Which choice should I prioritize? Because they're also important. You know, it's like juggling different situations. This is what I get with this card of Seven of Cups. Having lots of options, being confused because of these options, and not grounding your choices. You know, sometimes your choices are in your dreamland, and you're like, you're dreaming of the expectations, dreaming of things that you think that would happen in the future, when in reality it's just, you don't know. You know, it's not, because it's not grounded in reality. And so this is what I see here. Okay, Scorpio. Now, Scorpio, this is perspective is taking on the masculine energy's perspective. That doesn't mean it is just a male's perspective. It could be a female having more masculine energy. Okay, so because humans have female and male energy. Okay, so please don't concern yourself with the gender of the sign or the cards. Focus more on the events and the behaviors, and also with the zodiac signs. Okay, so I get here that somebody has strong Aries, Gemini, or Scorpio in their chart. Maybe they have in Gemini 3 times. Maybe they have Gemini 3 times in their natal chart, or they have Gemini in a strong planetary alignment. Like they have Gemini in Moon or Rising, or their Scorpio rising, or their Aries rising, or something like this. Okay. So what I get here is the significator here, which is the masculine energy's perspective, okay, is the Seven of Wands here. And so this person is trying to ground themselves here. You can see that they are taking a stance here. They're still kind of confused, and they have this worried look on their face because everybody's trying to get a little piece of them because they're doing too much. Right? They have all these pots to stir here. Okay, and the ground is shaky underneath them. Okay, so they feel like they have to protect themselves from all these demands. I mean, you know, it's a person that does too much and doesn't know how to say no, or doesn't know how to prioritize because all things are important. They think that they can handle all of the situations until they work themselves into exhaustion. Like this type A personality that's always go, 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 go. Okay, so they were feeling a little overwhelmed here, an energy of feeling overwhelmed. Okay, so the tarot cards that I'm using here are tarot. What else? What else am I using here? Tarot of the New Vision. City Tarot. For now, in my very own deck, which I am in the midst of publishing at this point. And so, again, when I clarified this Seven of Wands, I got here the Seven of Chalice again, which is the energy that was the general energy here of this connection, okay? And so you could see here that this one woman here has her hand in her face, and the other woman here is like, please, please choose me, you know. And then they were like, you know, they didn't know whether to choose based on their ego. Okay, you can see that crown here. Based on their ego to, or cross-watcher, you know, you could be the cross-watcher that I'm talking to, masculine energy. Okay, I feel like this is a divine counterpart or soul connections, because I did get the Six of Cups, I got the Two of Cups, I got the Lovers 3 times. So this is, and I got a pair, the King and Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this also could be twin flame relationship or what, soul connection, you know. And so this person was like, okay, I need to build my wealth here. I was really focused on career. Okay, there were snakes in his midst. Some things were mysterious to him, but he decided to make, he masculine energy, but it could be a female, decided to make decisions here, okay? And their main priority was just establishing their career and their work, and they were really focused on stability and security here, okay? On money here, I get. Okay, because this masculine energy here could have strong Taurus in their chart, Taurus, or could have been dealing with a Taurus, okay, who clashed with him. Almost, it was like almost a fight, ego challenge here, like fighting with their ego. Do you see this man fighting with a Taurus here? Okay. So it seemed like this person, because there were a lot of female energies here, this person was dealing with a lot of female energies here. Okay, and so it was more. Do you see this right here? This man right here, masculine energy, is looking at all the coins and the treasures that he thought he would get. Maybe they were dealing with somebody from work. They thought that they would get all these treasures and like gold in this work situation, in this work ambience, okay? And they thought they actually had met their counterpart, their twin flame, the person, their soulmate. Although this was a soulmate, it wasn't their twin flame, but this is what they thought. They thought that this person was their twin flame. They actually took a big risk here with this person, okay? And they thought it was because this person they thought, oh, this person is a perfect fit for me, because here I pulled out the King and Queen of Pentacles. They thought, oh, you know, this person is a perfect fit for me. They outwardly look just exactly like the type of person that I want, focused on their finances as well, okay? They have the same taste as I do, okay? The King and Queen of Pentacles. They have the same values that I do. Their priorities are the same as mine. Oh, I look just great with them. They would look great in my arm, okay? This type of energy. although they're a little feisty, I can manage them. Okay? And so when they were thinking this, they really were looking at all their expectations and how beautiful this Queen of Pentacles looked right here, that they didn't see the cup that was being offered here. Okay, by a water sign here, which happens to be what crowns them, is the Queen of Cups, giving this cup here. And they were like, they were too busy looking at this Pegasus, who offered them so many riches. Like, oh, I could really have a relationship here where we could build an empire together. Okay, because this person's all about their pentacles. Okay, and I am here a single person, or a person that is single and smelling good, looking good, having a successful career, and all this land is barren to bear fruit. And this person is the person that is willing to do this. Okay? For others of you, I get here that it's a person that they were in a relationship with. It's a person that they were in a relationship with. Okay? And so this person was like blowing smoke up their ass, like telling them things that they believed here with a Pegasus. They made themselves look like something that they weren't. Okay? So while this person, the masculine energy, was too busy looking at this Pegasus, they didn't see this cup that was offered by the Queen of Cups here. Okay? And which she is actually, her back is turned to this now. Her back is turned to this now. And her cup, she's saving it for herself. It's even closed now. I get, fuck that shit. This is what I just got. Fuck that shit. Somebody just said that. Fuck that shit. I'm not giving my love to nobody who doesn't deserve it. This is what I just got from this queen. So she pretty much sealed her cup. Okay? And this is what the masculine energy sees. He sees this Queen of Cups, who could be a water sign, strong Scorpio, this Scorpio woman, okay, who has shielded her cup. She has shielded her cup because she was disappointed here. There was a disappointment. Do you see? She looks dejected. Okay, now, follow me, guys. So, and so all of this shit, you know, messages and text message of different people, like this person was single and mingling, I got here. Okay, they were trying to find their best match, and they thought they had found their best match for some of them at work. This person that was at work that had the same working passion, that had the same passion for money as they did, or for like growing an empire as they did. The others of you guys, this masculine energy had a relationship with this person, okay? But so there were so many text messages going back and forth, okay? And so many disruptions, like work priorities, other priorities that was keeping away from this connection, even to the point where the angel was trying to block these energies from sabotaging this spiritual connection here with the star. Okay, it was like this. They were trying to, because they were trying to come in, this spiritual connection, this divine connection was trying to come in, but it was blocked here. Do you see all these wands? They were blocking this connection, and even the angels were trying to prevent this block, but they couldn't. Do you see their arrow is small? They just couldn't prevent it because a person has free will, and they decided to do this. They decided to not look at the divine cup that was offered here, okay? They decided to, you know, live in a fairy tale and have their clouds, or have their heads in the cloud, wool gathering, and look at this Pegasus right here. okay? And the Queen of Cups is like, no, Scorpio, you were like, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? Can't you see this connection? I mean, can't you see how pure and divine this connection is? What are you doing? Wake up, fool, wake up. And he was too blind to what sparkles, because what sparkles may not be gold. What looks like roses necessarily doesn't smell like roses. It could be shit, right? Who knows? And so they decided to take a risk here, like the Fool, the card of Aries. They decided to take a risk with no experience whatsoever, with this little knapsack or whatever he had holding on a little stick. Okay? They just decided to like yell caution to the wind and just pursue this risky venture. Okay? And so the angels were even like, what the hell? And Archangel Raphael is like, oh my God, what are you doing? You know, so in the end, this person's now waking up to what they've done, actually. This is what they just said. They're waking up to what they've done, because in the end, this Pegasus actually chained them. Actually, they imprisoned themselves in their own fear, okay? They decided to take a risk with what was secure to them, what was like the idea of what seemed more secure. The illusion here of what seemed more stable, what seemed more secure to them, okay, which was this connection. And in reality, they ended up becoming prisoner of their own fear. And even the crows here were saying, wake the fuck up, what are you doing? You know how crows sometimes can caution you of a death or a calamity or something doom, you know, some doom. Or sometimes it could be something else, right? They could offer you a different perspective. They're wise, whatever. But this is the energy that I got. And so this person's, because this person's grounding was not stable. Do you see these continental shifts? Here are these you know how when the underneath the land moves underneath, the mantle moves like this. It was just shaky. It was like quicksand, right? So they were stuck here. There's this self-imposed prison, this prison that they created with themselves due to fear, the fear of the unknown, to go after what's safe. Okay, go after monetary gains instead of the spiritual connection. Okay, so dying, you know, almost like selling your soul to materialism, selling your soul to like the 3D, like going with a 3D instead of like 5D and 3D, you know, like everything, like something divine, something that's fated to be, okay? It seemed like this actually was fated to be, because this is a karmic connection. There's a lesson here that this person needed to learn, okay? This person needed to connect themselves more with their intuition. I get here. Okay, so anyway, so they got stuck in a rut here. Things didn't work out for them, but we'll back up in a little bit. So they lost sleep here. They had like nightmares here. They were dealing with their own demons, okay? Their dark shadow, their dark side. They couldn't sleep at night. They were worried. Some of them I think they took sleeping pills. I get here. They kept getting up at all hours of the night, almost like like having a spiritual warfare. I get here. Okay, like commune with the devil, like speaking to the devil, you know, like their own demons, the own things in their closet. It's like they got themselves so wrapped up in a messy situation they couldn't get themselves out of. like it was like chaotic, crazy, and I will explain in a minute. And now the connection that this person didn't take the risk to take because they didn't know. I mean, they had feelings, but they were at a crossroad here. There was something they wouldn't want to. And there's a horse again. Do you see the horse? Okay. So I get here that somebody was dangling something in front of their face, almost blinding them to distracting them from the connection. Okay. They were seeing someone every day physically where it was distracting them from the connection, and so they were not able to tune into their intuition here because they're blindfolded, so they're not able to tune into their intuition. So they had a choice to make here with the lovers, okay, and they didn't make the choice here, okay, but the karmic cycle ended here. There was and somebody walked away here, okay, with the wheel and the Eight of Chalice. They had to walk away here. Okay, so this person walked away from this spiritual connection here, I get. Okay, now they're thinking about it. Now they're thinking about it and thinking about everything that has happened after they just woke up, I get here. I get here that things are silent right now. And the masculine energy is brooding about the Scorpio. That they didn't know when it was time to know, when it hit them at that moment. They just didn't know. You know, they couldn't have foreseen anything because they weren't living in the moment. They were living like in the future, and they weren't like, although they were living in the moment, they didn't make the wise choice because they weren't in tune with their intuition. So they're longing for this person. And they know that, then they're thinking, maybe this person is wrong for me. And you know, like, should I reach out to them? Should I not? Are they waiting for me? Maybe it's been too long of a wait here. Okay, so this person, this masculine energy has dissected the whole situation with you, Scorpio. Has dissected the whole situation with you, from all the experiences, dissected the emotional experiences, what had happened, everything that was said, skimmed the stones, you know, like everything. Okay, and they know they fucked up. They know they are wrong for you because here they broke your heart here. Okay, so in the past, Scorpio, you had to take on the energy of an air sign and like, oh yeah, what is in their subconscious? Okay, what actually, no, before that, let me back up a little bit. Like, what challenges them? Okay, they're spying on you, Scorpio. Okay, or cross-watcher, they're spying on you. But I think that the cross-watcher spying on the Scorpio, I'm sorry, cross-watcher, but I have to say it like it is. If it's not that, then switch the roles. So here, I get that somebody's spying on the Scorpio because they have this regret that will live with them for the rest of their life. And they know that they're running out of time here. Okay, because crickets, I hear crickets here. You know, crickets means like there's nobody talking, and the only thing you could hear is the music of the crickets that rubbing their legs or their wings together. That in the dark. And so this person said the challenge was that, you know, they started this journey single, and now they ended up single because it didn't work with this person that they chose, because they thought that it was more fruitful choosing them, okay, because it was because of the things that I had stated, okay. They didn't end up with this person. It turned sour, okay. The relationship didn't work, and I will explain the reasons why in a little bit, actually right now, because this person was giving to more than one person. Okay, so this is how karma works, guys. This is how karma works in your face. In your face. So, this person was given more than, see? So, even though their priorities are the same as the King of Pentacles here, with focusing on their dime, hustling for their dime, whatever, your priorities, they want security, safety is above the heart, is above, all of those things. They were giving to more than one person. Sometimes they were just giving to themselves even more than they were giving. Like it wasn't reciprocal. It wasn't like there wasn't equal reciprocity, I would have to say. And so this person got their karma with this individual that they chose. Okay, and so now they find themselves, the challenge is that they're spying, because they find themselves as single as they were before they embarked on this journey. The only thing, the difference is that they don't have this connection anymore. It's broken. It's broken. Because they're looking at all this land that's barren. What had happened? What had happened? And so in their subconscious, they have this regret here. So they're looking at the cups that were spilled, and not looking at the 2 cups behind them that are still available. Okay, and when I clarified this, it's funny. Actually, the challenge is, when I clarified the challenge, these cards again, sorry guys. When I clarified this, the Queen of Swords came out again. So it means that this person, your Scorpio, or let's say you, Scorpio, are not dealing with shit. You demand the truth. You demand the honesty. Or you demand honesty. You demand this person to tell you the truth. And the truth could be, you would rather hear them say, you know what, I chose the wrong person. I didn't choose you. I chose the wrong person. I want to be with you. Or I want to give this relationship a chance. Or have the balls to come out clean with it if they're going to come and message you. Otherwise, you're like, I'm ready to move on. Okay, you're seeing clarity. You're seeing things clearly as they were. You have almost like this sixth sense. You have to be psychic with a High Priestess here. This is you. You're very woke. You're intuitive here. Okay. And you have strong Gemini in your chart. Okay. So moving on to their subconscious, like I said, they have regret here. And again, I clarified, and again, it said they have regret. But do you see these 2 people walking away? Those were the 2 people that actually they were juggling, or they were like at a crossword with. And so both of them left his ass, or that masculine energy's ass. It could be a woman, okay, with masculine energy. All right, because this person has a lot of fire in their chart and fire and earth in their chart. Okay, they could be like what? Some earth rising. They could be Aries with some earth rising, or Sagittarius, or have strong Sagittarius in their chart, or whatever. They could be like, have a Virgo rising or something like this. Okay. So they were like really, they let their passions get a hold of them, okay? And they made an offer based on their passion and based on, whatever can get them social status and social rep, and, with the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Okay, they thought they were making strategizing the best move for them. But in reality, it just didn't work out. It didn't work out. Both people ended up walking away. One, because they don't want to be an option, and the other one because they were, you know, they also were doing the same thing that they were. So it's karma. You know, if whatever energy you put out there, you will get the energy back tenfold. Okay, so just be careful with whatever energy that you're putting out there. And so in the past, okay, Scorpio, you decided to cut this person out because there was some deception here. Deception. Because here they were giving like pleasure. They were you know, they were giving of themselves to different energies. Okay, and you knew this. It's kind of like you saw this. You saw this like illusion that the moon provided here, and there was lies, and the lies are that came out were that you might have caught them, you know, with another person. Okay, you might have like found out in a way, like maybe you're intuitive and you just felt it. Okay. And also I get here that the masculine energy, that the cross watcher actually caught their partner that they chose, that wasn't you, you know, giving to other people. Okay, so they were disappointed as well. And not only you were disappointed, they were disappointed. Somebody might have gotten crazy and like broke shit in the house. Like maybe if you were in a relationship, maybe they broke like all the fine china in the cabinet. They broke the flower vases and the beautiful crystals here with the picture frames, and like tore all that shit and went and like ape shit. They went like crazy. They couldn't have control of their emotions here. Okay, and so they really dealt. So the cross watcher got their just desserts, first of all, if they were in like okay, so and as for you, yeah, so they were like trying to manifest shit and working really hard, while this the person that they chose was manifesting different things here. They could have like dealt with here. I got here some kind of magic, like love spell or something that they were doing here. Okay, and so here, where's the card here? I got here love spells, that they were doing some sort of love spells here. I got, guys. And so here, you know, these love spells consisted of breaking shit, like of putting notes in like pictures of like different herbs. So they were kind of doing magic. Okay, they were trying to get the energies to go towards their will. And as for those Scorpios who's had a betrayal from this person, they were like making things seem like the magician. They were making things seem like perfect. You know, they were like a master manipulator here, like this filmmaker. But you can see them a mile away. You can see their steps that they were taking. Nobody could fool you here. And with a swiftness, you cut that shit out, because you were the one actually seeing the master play his manipulation, because you're this person right here, seeing this filmmaker. You're seeing that whole picture here. Do you see this hand right there? Do you see this hand? Okay, this is you, Scorpio. So you were able to see the manipulator in his entirety. So you knew that this person was like this because you're woke. You're woke here. And so with a swiftness, you might have been riding a bike when you caught them or whatever, or you might have been or you might like to ride bikes, but you got out of there. You know, you might have been like buying groceries or had a little basket in your bike, you know, whatever. You just left the scene. You're like, fuck this shit. I saw what I need to see. And and left the scene. This is just too uncanny. It's not even funny. Okay. Because this person with a hangman in reverse, cross watcher might be like, have Pisces in the chart. Okay. They were like selfish. They were selfish. They were like, betrayed you for their own means, for their own selfish gains, because they wanted to have their cake and eat it too. They didn't care about your emotions, Scorpio. They didn't care about your emotions because they were being the King of Wands here, okay? They were blowing smoke up your ass because that worked for them, okay? They're very charming individuals. They're like the salesman, okay? They're the charismatic leaders that can influence masses of people. Okay, and this is my very own deck, but this says, this man gets what he wants, making it seem like it's your idea. And do you see like he's playing puppeteer here? So this is what the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is actually looking at what has transpired here. So they're actually waking up to what has happened here. Okay, because they were like the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands are looking at each other across this board, like face to face, eyeing each other. Okay, there's a stalemate here. There's a stalemate here, guys. So they were like, are reliving their nightmare. They're brooding about what happened, reliving their nightmare. Okay? And although they come out with a mask each day to work, or people see them happy, in reality they're worse off than it seems. That they don't ever want to be in this energy again. And every time they think about this, they brood and they breathe life into this nightmare all over again. Whatever transpired with this third party, with whatever relationship, I don't know what goes on here with all these energies, problems at work, all of this scatteredness and this confusion and everything in a missed opportunity here that they regret. And so now they kind of ran out of like, I would have to say hope. They ran out of hope because right now they're going into these energies of like waking up even more to this connection and like looking at what that damage. You know how you go back and look at the rubble and of maybe an accident, or if you've ever been in a car accident and your car has been totaled and even the jaws of life have to come get you. And every time you take a look at this car and the carnage and the pictures of the carnage that car had left, you kind of go back to this post-traumatic stress, and then you relive the nightmare. And this is what I think this person's doing, reliving the nightmare, where it's hard for them to sleep while they're battling their demons. Okay, and here you are, Scorpio. You might have Gemini you really do have Gemini in your natal chart, okay? But you're woke as fuck. You decided to love yourself, to balance yourself out, to fulfill your own damn cup. And you're happy. You have this peaceful knowing about you that you know a lot, but you just are secretive about it. You know, someone who knows it doesn't tell. Someone who has tapped into the Akashic records. Someone who knows this is a past life connection here. Somebody who knows that this person had to relive their karma. They had to, not relive their karma, although they could potentially go into a karmic pattern, okay? But that's not your problem. So they had to go through these karmic lessons. Okay, they had to deal with this before they actually could acknowledge a connection this deep, because they just didn't know. You know, you can't, for example, if you're a fish, you cannot give it a test of climbing up a tree because they're not a monkey, right? So they have to actually have an understanding of spirituality, or like an intuitive knowing, in order for them to even see things the way you see things. And I get here, Scorpio, really, half of you guys don't shoot the messenger, but half of you guys here, I get here that you're waiting for this person. And the other half is that you're strategizing, like maybe you're thinking about moving somewhere in a different part of the world. You're getting here that you're strategizing your next step on what it is that you want to accomplish, and your visions and missions. I get here, vision and mission. You're almost making this visual plan, this visual board. I get here. And how people see you, they see you as, you know, just being happy, having control of your emotions. Okay, doing the right thing, being responsible. And also like being within your community, being responsible within your community. Going out with your friends, celebrating. You could be celebrating births of your friends' children. Maybe like your friends are having children right now. Your friends are getting married right now. And so you have control of your emotions finally. You know, this spiritual connection had you all over the fucking place. But you finally have it together now, Scorpio. Okay, and although you think about this person, you know, you think about it, things in reality, you're clear as day. Okay, you're able to judge things correctly. Okay, what is your hopes and fear? Your hopes and fear is the same thing, actually. It's that this connection will not go away, is your fear. And your hope is that this connection will remain. It's like love-hate. It's like, I'd love to hate you. I'd love to hate you, baby. I'm a terrible singer. I'd love to hate you, baby. And so the outcome, what is the outcome here? Now, these are energies. It doesn't necessarily mean that it will happen here, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that it will happen. But again, I get here mixed feelings here. Should I reach out to this person? Should I not reach out to this person? Page of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. What does this mean? There was a breakup. There's this codependency. What is it? Dichotomies. I'd love to love you, baby. I'd love to love you, baby. Okay, it's just like the ideas are there, but you know, it's very immature. They were very immature. But the cycle is closed and you have graduated. Congratulations, you've reached the end of the road. Some of you guys travel a lot. Some of you guys work in international affairs. World Wide Web. You might be spying on this person in the World Wide Web. You might be wanting to write this person an email or a text message that has to do with Wi-Fi or something like this, I get here. But this cycle is completed. This cycle has been completed, okay? And you have grown a lot here. Okay, so congratulations to both of you guys. Okay, congratulations, because both of you guys grew in this situation. And this is what your soul wants. Your soul wants growth. Okay, regardless if you're in the spiritual connection or not, regardless if you end up with this person or not, that's not the goal of this connection. It's to wake you up, to ascend you, to help you grow spiritually. This is the point. Okay, is this a soul connection? Is this a spiritual connection? Do you guys think of each other? Yes, and yes, and yes, and yes. Have you guys been soulmate in the past lives? Yes. Yes. And I get here the Knight of Swords. Russian roulette again. This person could easily come in there riding wild in their horse and just spontaneously send you a message. Balls to the wall. You know, in those moments that they feel courage, maybe liquid courage will get them riding you. Maybe. Okay, it's like playing Russian roulette again. What should I do? What should I do? Okay, so this person needs grounding. Now, I do want to read a past life. What was your past life connection with this person? Okay, I'm going to pull out 3. Okay, for 3 different connections. Soulmate, twin flame, spiritual connections. 3 cards. What was this person's past life connections? Wisdom. Okay, you're both old souls, really wise. Love life. You guys were doing this shit in past lives as well. You guys were lovers in the past life. Okay, so please tell us, what was the soul? What is past life connection? Past life connection. 1. Oh, you guys go far back as Atlantis. As far back as Atlantis. So you guys are very wise. You guys, if not, have psychic abilities. You telepathy, major telepathy I get here. So you are actually, you're so connected and tethered and wise and like have lived so many past lives that you can actually tap into your person's mind and actually speak to them without speaking to them on the physical 3D dimension. So telepathy is, so you actually know what this person's feeling without actually them having to tell you anything. You know. Anything else? Okay. I had to pull this one out, guys. I pulled out 4. Okay, so if it rings a bell in this lifetime, then it definitely is for you, because if it rings some sort of a bell in this lifetime, then that means that you could have been doing that in the past life as well with this individual, Scorpio. So trees. First I'm going to talk about, or actually, yeah, I'll do trees. I'll do trees. It says, this card indicates that you have a special relationship with trees. In ancient times, particularly in Celtic and Eastern Europe cultures, trees were considered sacred. Maybe you were a druid, as ancient healer, okay? They use trees. Maybe you were like some sort of herbal witch, you know, maybe you were like the witch doctor where you did medicine to cure the sick and healed people spiritually through the use of herbs. This is what I get here. And I know in my past life I was a Celtic witch myself. Ships. It's really interesting here. Ships. In your prior lifetime, you spent in prior lifetimes spent on ships bring this card to you today. As a former sailor, crew member, or ship passenger, you've had the experience at sea that have exerted an influence on the situation you're inquiring about. I right away got a passenger in a big ship, like almost the Titanic. I got here. Okay, I got here a sailor, but mostly that, a passenger in a big line, like a big boat, like the Titanic. If you have a fear of water, then this is for you. Fear of like when you go into ships and just like look at the water and dread it, and fear of drowning or whatever, this is for you. And then, and if you also have an affinity to the ocean, communal living. Communal living. The lifetimes significant to your question involves a communal setting, such as convent, monastery, or tribe. Your earthly needs for shelter, clothing, and food were provided for. Although you held a job within the community, you fulfilled your responsibilities for the group and not for individual gain. In your current lifetime, you may feel troubled by the concept of money, individual earning, savings, and bills. You may feel unsupported because your soul is accustomed to having a community support system. To assimilate in this lifetime, find the balance and harmony between individual and group needs, between give and take. So if you're having troubles between give and take, maybe you're a healer and feel bad about charging people for the art that you do. Maybe you are a Reiki healer, I get here. You could be a tarot reader, a psychic medium, and people look at you and they say, oh, you're too expensive, or they don't want to pay for a service like this because they don't believe in blah, 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 blah. But every chance that they get, every reading that you do, you know they're the first ones there. This is what I get. Understand how you fit into the culture and how the group can help you achieve your individual goals and aspirations and further your spiritual growth. What else can I do for you guys? Is there anything else your masculine wants to say to you, Scorpio? If they could say to you something right now, what would they say? Fool. What can they say? What do they want to tell you? They're saying that right now they're busy on fine-tuning their craft. They're being prudent with this connection, although they want to take a risk here with a fool and they think about you. They're being prudent. What else? Is there something else? They're right now, you're not going to like this. I got the Emperor and the Seducer. That they're focusing on their finances, on their career. They're feeling like themselves again. Actually, they're getting their mojo back. You know, even dating again. I get here. They still have hope, you know, and dream of the future and things like this. And they haven't quite woken up fully to this connection. I don't know if they ever will, to be quite honest with you. I have no idea here. Yeah. So that's it, guys. Thank you for joining me. I will talk to you later. Bye.